Hey, you guys. Welcome to this random session. Um, when I say random, it means I have written nothing, no questions. I did not prepare for this session at all. I just let spirit guide me. And what that lets me know is that only people that are guided to this reading by their spirit guide team are going to see it. This is a message it's very important that it is seen before the end of November. This message needs to reach the chosen ones before the winter solstice, okay? At least before the winter solstice. If you're seeing it before then, it is reaching you at the right time. If you're seeing it after, you might just be getting a reading on what you missed out on or what just happened to you, or I don't know, it might be too late, but I'm just getting an urgency before the winter solstice, and that this reading is just something that some chosen light workers need to hear before that time period, before that cycle changes from autumn to winter. Okay? So it's probably different messages for everybody. I don't know. Let's take a look at the piles that came through. So pile number one, we have do not be frustrated. Ooh, this is screaming at me. I've been frustrated for the last week. All right, do not be frustrated is pile one. We also have the numerology dice showing the number 5 to start. And bloodstone crystal kitten or cat. Pile 2 is represented by the card that says speak out. I know many of my clients wanted to do that this past week. Speak out about the things that have been bothering them. And it's represented by the zodiac dice with the sign of Taurus leading the way. And this green aventurine angel crystal. And pile 3 is work of art. And it's also represented by the planetary dice with the planet of Venus at the front, leading the way. And this titanium coated amethyst crystal. Let's clear the space and take some grounding breaths so that you can connect to your guides and be guided intuitively to the pile that is for you. So take a deep breath in through your mouth. And exhale, beginning to relax from the top of your head all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, connecting to the energy of Mama Earth, the sun, the moon, the stars. Take another deep breath in, connecting to your ancestral spiritual guide team. And exhale, feeling yourself glowing up, the power of love and support from Earth, from your light family, from the universe. Take one more deep breath in, filling yourself up with more loving energy, feeling yourself glow from the inside out, and exhale, letting go of any stress, any worries, any grief, any anger, any sadness, any resentments. Let it all go. Let it go. Let it go. All right. And by now you should have selected your pal, but if you did not, please pause the video and make your choice. And I'll be right back with pal number one. Hey, pal one. Welcome to your session. So you were drawn to do not be frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful. I'm going to read the message from this card last, but I can tell you that you're being guided here today, most likely because you've had a lot of tower moments the last few days, last few weeks, at least since the beginning of fall. Those tower moments were because you were meant to release a lot of things that were still holding you back from moving forward towards your highest purpose. And I do feel this is a star seed, pal. Your star ancestors are guiding you big time at this time. But I'm also feeling earth angel. There's work you're meant to do on this planet that you have a lot of baggage that was still clinging to you. And in order for you to feel light enough to complete the mission you're here to do in this lifetime, you needed to let go of a lot. So you might be feeling slightly frustrated because you were trying so hard to control what you released and what you attracted. But what you needed to do was just stay in a simple state of attraction and let go. While you let go, the feeling of peace will come in. And also, they're saying to let go and feel peaceful as you do so, because what is being released is what is no longer serving a purpose in your energy. Okay? And I feel for this pal also with this bloodstone kitten here that perhaps you have had a lot of things in your way. Okay? Bloodstone is a very, very powerful crystal. In fact, it assists you in coming together with your higher self. So when there seems to be a disconnect between you and your higher self, you can feel like you don't have clarity. You're in a fog. You don't know which way to go. And usually that's because you don't like the way your higher self is guiding you. Maybe it's taking you down a route that's scary, one that takes you out your comfort zone, one that you can't see how it ends. So you're kind of hesitant. And I get this hesitancy here of having gone through so much that you feel a little backed up into a corner. And now it's like, do I pounce? Or do I just watch everything that's just happening around me and just let everything just go that way? But I am getting an energy of wanting to play, just really feeling like it's been such a rough time. I'm just finding an energy of just realizing how powerful you are, just realizing how you may have had a huge hand, if not the only hand, in controlling how things came in and out of your life. And I think at this time, what's happening to you, my power ones, is you're becoming empowered. You're regaining your power in the right places. You're not so much trying to be in control of every experience and every consequence of every action, but you are becoming more in control of how you respond, how you react to things. And I do see like a hesitancy. You think first now, but I'm also feeling like a desire to move forward. So I do feel like there is some frustrations in feeling like there's no control over your forward movement. And it's not really that. It's really things are being prepared for you, is what I'm hearing. It's like things are being prepared for you because you actually got the number 5 here. And this is a number of transition. So it means you're moving from one level to the next level at this time. So you might find yourself being frustrated a lot because you're going to be going through a lot of tests. And And I feel like the number 5 is standing out to me. I feel like it's coming to an end. Like, you probably have another week where you're going to feel like, from watching this, where you're going to feel like, okay, is it safe for me to make my moves now? Is it safe for me to come out? This is also the 5th house of pleasure. So it feels like you're like coming to the end of a period where you were unable to find creative inspiration, time for leisure, time for just fun and recreational activities, and that is what's going to be coming in now. So all the things you're going through that are frustrating you, that you've been having to let go, that you probably thought were permanent in your life, or things coming in that you thought you would need to let go that are actually permanent in your life or are coming in to take permanence. Um, I know it's a lot of confusion, a lot of uh, feeling discombobulated and lost, but it's in preparation for a time of leisure, a period where you're going to have a lot of time to do the things that bring you pleasure. And in order for that to manifest, the things that would get in the way of that are being discarded, are being removed. Okay, what else do you need to know? Life's purpose, that's your focus right now. And that's what everything that's happening in your life right now is revolving around. Seek your own deeper vision for life. There's something you're stifling, something that you're meant to be doing, and it is time. It's like overflowing. You love this so much. I don't understand why you're not putting it out there into the world. I don't know what it is exactly. You would know exactly what that is, but there's some kind of talent or gift that has frustrated you. Perhaps it just has not reaped the financial benefits you expected or the recognition that you deserve. But there's something that's your life, that is your life's purpose, that they're saying also you have to possibly let go of something you thought was going to be your life purpose, or of it showing up in a certain way that you expected it to. Could be something, because this jar just makes me feel like long time old. So it just feels like it could be something you were cultivating for a very long time, or you did for a very long time in your life. And maybe it frustrated you. Maybe it didn't show up the way you thought. Maybe it's not manifesting the way you wanted it to. And you always feel like it's about to blow up, or it's about to manifest, and then it doesn't. And you're about to move and then it doesn't. Or it's about to happen and then it doesn't. And you always feel like you're being, the transition period always feels like you're trying to transition to another level but being held back. Mm. All right. So at this time, they want you to really focus on the fact that the things that are unfolding now are a part of your life's purpose, are a part of your life's path. And from here on, your path is really supposed to be one of fun and pleasure. So it does feel like they're trying to let you know that the things that have been occurring thus far are all setting you up to be in alignment with your life's purpose, which is meant to bring you pleasure. And I do feel that this group here are a group of creatives. Even if you're not doing it as your profession, you have creative talents and gifts that you're overlooking, and that are a part of your life's purpose, that you're going to find are going to be awakened at this time. So let's see what else you were supposed to know. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. We have the Six of Swords reversed. We have the Three of Coins, which is the Three of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Coins reversed. And the King of Cups reversed. Oops. All right, trying to fit them all on here. Okay, Pal One, what is your main message you needed today? Well, something you want to give up on. Hmm. Okay. What I'm seeing here is you holding on to something that, with this Seven of Wands usually is someone defending themselves, standing their ground, holding fast to their beliefs and what their goals and dreams are. But when it's reversed, it's almost asking, are you standing your ground for something that's worthy? Is it ego? Um, or are you at a point where you're like, "Ah, I'm ready to give up?" And with the Six of Swords here reverse, it's letting me know that you have been feeling like walking away from something, but fear is holding you in familiar energy. So there may be something you need to do. Move, travel. I'm really hearing move, make a move somewhere, or leave something familiar behind. And there's some hesitancy, there's some clinging to the familiar right now. Perhaps you've always been in this position of defense, and now to lay down your wands and to actually go towards some better energy where you don't have to feel like you're always on the defense or setting up boundaries. That's scary to you. I don't know. Sometimes the sun can scare people. It can make people say, "Oh my God, I didn't want to be in the dark anymore, but I was comfortable there. Now that there's light in front of me, I'm nervous. Like, what is that going to hold? And if I am happy, for how long will I be happy?" And you start to dredge up all these fears. But something is coming. With this Three of Coins, and this is what they don't want you to overlook, there's a collaboration that's going to bring you a lot of recognition. But you have to release something that you're clinging to, something that feels familiar. When you let it go, there's some kind of recognition that's coming in for you. It could be through a collaborative effort or something you do on your own that involves other people helping you, but there's some kind of recognition that's coming in. And at this time, it does look like you might be in a situation where you gave money to someone and you feel kind of trapped in it for some of you. With this King of Cups reversed, there's somebody who's emotionally a little off right now. Um, Maybe they're struggling with money. This is somebody that you've helped, that you've given to the point where you have nothing. It's almost like you want to stop doing this. There's something about you giving away your power and giving away your options. And then that kind of leaves you stuck in situations that don't serve you. And it looks like your spirit is trying to guide you towards this golden light, this golden energy now of productiveness, I'm hearing. But as long as you're clinging to this dark shore, this dark space that you have to invite light into rather than going to where the light is, you're going to miss out on an opportunity to be seen. It's almost like whatever you're doing or whatever you're clinging to, it keeps you dim. It keeps you from really getting out there and being seen. It keeps you from your life's purpose. So there's someone, for some of you, there's someone you're giving a lot of your finances to. You're helping out a little too much. And it is time for you to stop that. And I know it's scary, but when you stop it, there's something about your money that's going to boost up. There's others of you that maybe you're working with someone who is a masculine who's emotionally just all over the place and not very grounded. This person is either not recognizing you for your full gifts and talents, selling you short, not giving you your just due, but it's somewhere you're familiar. It's time to move on. That could be a job. That could even be a relationship. If this is a love relationship, where you're giving and giving and giving. And this person, I don't feel like they're a bad person. I just feel like, ooh, my stomach just growled. Maybe they hungry right now. I just feel like this person is sulking, like somebody who's just sitting and doing a woe is me, and you deplete yourself by giving to them, because I don't think off jump you saw this person as that. Because when you have an ace in your hands, it means you thought that this was something that was going to be a new beginning, that was going to be abundant for you. But with it reverse, it's like you planted a seed that did not give you prosperity. It either went to someone else, or you just never saw it blossom and grow. And it does have something to do with either being yourself emotionally thrown off to the point where you can't focus on your creative work, or dealing with someone else who is sitting in their feelings and not doing much and allowing you to take care of and give to them. It does feel like it's time to let go, because when you do, you'll feel peaceful. And that is the one I'm going to read. Do not be, it opened right to life's purpose, but I think I already pretty much gave y'all the gist of that card. All right. So it says, "Oh, Hafiz, don't be so troubled by the winds of fall in the meadow of life. Come to your senses. Where is a rose without a thorn?" And that right there in itself has great meaning. It's like you're going to have experiences of beauty in life, but along the way, you are going to have experiences with things that aren't so beautiful. Does that make the journey any less beautiful? And that, I guess, is what this Hafiz quote is. Where is a rose without a thorn? Where is beauty without some sort of imperfection? So it says, are you feeling unusually frustrated and, and irritable is an indication that you are burned out. Your body may be overwhelmed from life stresses, and you may be missing love and excitement in your life. Hafiz refers to this state as the winds of fall in the meadow of life. Winds of fall. That's interesting. I'm doing the reading during the fall. This is when we are tempted to run away from others and hide in our own bubble. We forget about the physical, social, and spiritual resources available to us. Hafiz comes as the oracle to help you recognize there will never be a time when life is simple. You will find peace of mind only when you accept there is no need to yearn, envy, and grab for what you want. Every moment is a chance to simply let go and feel composed and peaceful. Let that be your centering renewal. Beloved, your soul is surrounded by lovers who move beyond time. There is an ability within you to live more exuberantly than you could ever imagine. If you are experiencing confusion in your life or feeling that things are not going your way, this is Sufi. This Sufi wisdom reminds you that it is time for some adjustment. Surrender to the flow that is guiding you away from what seems to be your comfort zone. Allow yourself to become more aligned with your inner spiritual growth. Above all, make time for more leisure and relaxation. Didn't I say that with the Leo, with the house of Leo, the house, fifth house? Y'all know what I mean. Have a little fun, explore nature, meet new people, and be open to new experiences. And your mantra should be, I am letting go of what disturbs me and causes me pain. I am determined to overcome the challenges that leave me feeling stuck, frustrated, and hopeless. I will be more open to my heart and to experiencing the joy of life. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Amen, amen, amen. Amen, amen, amen. So it be. So may it be. I am determined to overcome the challenges that leave me feeling stuck and frustrated. I'm letting go of what disturbs me and causes me pain. That should stay with you, because those are the most important lessons I think that you're here to hear. Because maybe you've been joining forces and working with and sticking around people who frustrate you, people who hold you back, people who bring you pain, people who make you worry, who stress you out. And they're saying, pull yourself up out of that. Release the things that stress you. Instead of clinging to the familiar comfort zone, allow yourself to go towards this bright new future. And then you'll see your Ace of Pentacles come in. Then you'll see yourself fall into alignment with your life purpose. But as long as you have this person hanging on to you here and you still kind of trying to defend whatever it is you got going on with them, even though it feels like you're weary now, you're kind of like letting your defenses down, and preparing yourself, I guess, for moving away, but or releasing. But this is confirmation that by moving away, your money would change by releasing something or someone. Okay. And your last message, besides this card, is also another dice roll. And you have, wait a minute. Sorry, you have the number 6. So you went from 5 to 6. 6th house is the house of health, the house of health. So focus on your health, okay? It is also the house of Virgo, which has a lot to do with finding practical ways of taking better care of yourself, reassessing things, making sure everything is right on time and in order. So I do also feel like there's a need to focus on work at this time. Your skills that you've been overlooking are coming to the to the surface, because I wanted to say service. They're coming to the surface so that you can use them in service to others. This pile here, your creative gifts, your skills that you have that other people can't do like you, are meant to help others. And I do feel like maybe healing. Some of you here may be involved in holistic forms of healing. That is a part of your life purpose. I do see it revolving a lot around health and wellness, okay? So take care of your health, but also keep in mind that your gift is also meant to do the same for others. And just a little hint at your life purpose there. And your message says, let go of the old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. And that is a reminder that a lot of the fears that keep you stuck in positions that are no longer serving you, that keep you from going towards your true life purpose, a lot of these are doubts and things that are in your mind based off of old experiences. But now it's time for you to let those old experiences go, those old ways of doing things and thinking, and switch up your vibe. Instead of always waiting to pounce and charge forward, sit back and relax, you know? Instead of sharing everything before it's ready, hold on to that a little longer until you're really sure you're ready to put it out there. Okay? I see a shift coming for you, Power Ones, when it comes to your money, but only when you leave behind things that are bringing a heavy weight to you, things that burn you out, that leave you drained and tired, and things that drain you of your financial prosperity. Okay? That's what's being released because it's time for you to step into your life purpose. Yeah, it's time for you to let go of the old. It is time for you to take aligned actions and choices that are aligned with your life purpose. And that is what you needed to hear before the winter solstice, because I do feel like it's very important for you to be stepping into this position by that time, because I feel recognition is showing up soon for you, and it's going to change your money, and you have to be prepared. You have to be in the right energy to have this come in smoothly. And that's what I got for you, my pal ones. I hope this resonated with you today. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this family here, remember to subscribe, because it does help us to thrive here in YouTube land. And leave a comment. It brings me closer to your energy so that your readings can be more accurate, as well as read the description, because it tells you about how you can book a personal reading with me. Find me on my other platforms, like my private Facebook group, which all of you should be a member of already. And it also tells you about how you can register for my online workshop, Heart Work. And on that note, I'm sending you so much love and light on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with Pow 2. See ya. 2. Ooh. 2. I don't know why that third finger went out. Maybe you also were drawn to pile 3. I really feel like everybody should just listen to all these piles because they're each a different message that is needed to be heard before the winter solstice. Okay? So you were drawn to speak out. And it says communicate and solve the conflicts. So there may be some issues you're having at this time with people in your life. There may be some conflicting energies going on, and maybe you're keeping quiet. You're not really speaking on it. You're not really saying where you stand or how you feel. And they're coming through to let you know that in order to solve any conflicts that are happening right now in your life, you are going to have to speak out. You are going to have to speak up. And most likely before the winter solstice. Oops, sorry, I mean to shake that. Yeah. With this angel here, there I can tell that there are some fears around this, having to speak out. So you are getting some angelic support, but I'm also hearing that the way you present yourself is very like high priestess energy. I think this, whatever conflicts, whoever you have conflicts with at this time, they see you as being very intuitive and being able to see through them. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a huge beef. Like you could be actually speaking to the people you have conflicts with, but you're not saying everything. You're not addressing all the issues and stuff you may have with them. And for many of you, it feels like people that are in your family. For some of you, it could be a mate, but with this angel here, it feels like you're being angelically guided at this time to speak out on something that has been causing you some uh feels like heart distress. With all this green, I'm getting heart chakra and red with that root. So it's been making you feel unsupported, maybe lonely, and very unsure of where you can allow your heart to be open. You also have the Taurus here as your first zodiac symbol, which lets me know this is a lesson in self-worth at this time, a lesson in value that you're learning. How much do you value yourself, you know? And how much are you valued by those that you keep in your energy? And that is what you are discovering at this time. Who are you? You're finding out your own magic, your own self worth, and realizing that some things you just ain't, you're just not going to be tolerating. And I feel this urge to want to speak out and communicate, but there's something about not feeling like what you have to say being valued or listened to, or maybe you're in a position in this person's life where maybe you're the child, or you're the little sister or brother, or you're not blood related, but you're like family, and you just feel a hesitancy. You're getting a boost at this time in knowing your worth and what you have to say holding weight and having importance. I also feel for some of you, the words you say or the way you use words and language assists others in being able to express themselves. When I saw speak out, it also made me think write it out, like a late nights platform, write it out. um, so some of you also may find that writing helps you to release the things you can't say. All right, that was for some of you. You also have time to play. I said everybody need to listen to every pile. Pile one was getting this message. Make time to dance and play. So pile one felt like my teachers, my holistic healers, energy shifters, and pile two, you are feeling like my dancers. Now, pile one was my creative artist, but this pile here, it feels like specifically you are meant to use dancing and speaking to resolve conflicts in the lives of others as well as your own. So if you're not dancing, even if it's just for fun, you need to start. It's going to be very healing for you. It's going to revive a light in you that you've been stifling or haven't seen in a while. and communicating, speaking on your problems to somebody in some way, spoken word, writing it, whatever. I'm really getting spoken word, dance, singing, those kind of ways of expressing yourself will really be healing for conflicts that you have going on, will put you in an energy of feeling um, less conflicted and more light and playful. All right. I feel like you've been very, very much holding on to heartache and pain, my pal twos, and it's time to release it and have a good time. And if you're unable to communicate with the person or persons causing this conflicting energy within you, then it's time to release it in creative ways. It's time for you to release it through fun. I'm also hearing spend time with young people. This pal here, you do have some work to do with the youth, with children. It's like this angel in your life, you're like an angel in the lives of many young people that would not have certain resources or opportunities to have fun, to laugh, to play, to dance, to learn certain things if it was not for you. Okay, so know you have a lot of value in this world at this time, and the ability to gain a lot of prosperity as well when you shift out of an energy of holding on to your emotions and you instead put them into your creative work. All right. Whew. Let's see what else we got from our pal twos that they needed to know now. You have Taslim, which is the hangman, the Ace of Wands reversed, the King, Shah of Coins, the King of Pentacles, Two of Coins, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, let's shift these on over. Okay, pal two. All right, so what I'm seeing here is there's a warning of a major opportunity that you either missed or you could miss. With Taslim here, it lets me know you've been kind of feeling stagnant at this time. You've been feeling like you're not moving forward, but it's an intentional not moving forward. I feel like you're kind of pausing yourself at this time to take a look at things from another perspective. I do feel like you're doing the work at this time to shift how you look at certain experiences and things that happen in your life. But I do feel like there is a little resentment inside you where you feel like while in this state of trying to see things from another perspective, um, you miss major opportunities. So I do feel like a part of you feels like you're by you getting in your spiritual bag, by you sitting and connecting to source or your ancestors, by you trying to figure out the way forward, you're not making progress. You're staying stuck and you're losing opportunities. But that's not the case. You're in this hanged man now because you're being prepared to move into this energy, this King of Pentacles energy, where you attract loyalty, where you feel grounded and supported, where you're loyal to those that you want to give your energy towards, and where you feel very comfortable financially. With the Two of Coins here, it does speak of a juggling act, a balancing act. And maybe in your past you feel like you have to juggle and do multiple things because this looks like the same person trying to juggle that ends up here with nothing. And it just gives me the energy that you juggle out of fear of ending up with nothing. But in juggling, you end up with nothing because you are unable to do this balancing act for but so long. So I feel like at the center of your read is this King of Pentacles. This is the energy. This is the way you want to be. I feel like this is what they're preparing you for. You are going through the things you're going through because you're meant to get to this energy. But as long as there are conflicts that you're just like, I'm not going to speak on, I'm just going to sit here and try to see things from another perspective so that I can make it through this rain. I'll just, maybe the rain is cleansing me. Let me look at it that way rather than I'm getting soaking wet. And that's what it seems like you've been doing. And in doing that, you're not playing, you're not having fun, you're not doing creative work. You're trying so hard to ignore the rain that you're actually paying attention to it, is what I'm hearing. You're actually focused on it. You're focused on not focusing on it. So therefore you're focusing on it. And the hangman is meant for you to pause for a minute so that you could kind of gain perspective. It's not for you to try to ignore what's happening around you completely, which this hangman gives me that energy. Um, because in doing that, you miss opportunities. You miss major opportunities. You do. But what I'm feeling is you just need to put a bag down. You're trying to juggle a lot. It's like you know what you want to do. You're holding that bag behind you. You don't want to let it go. But there's something you feel like you have to do. So you're keeping that one in front. But it's not bringing you anything. It's not bringing you any joy. And I do feel like one of these bags have hurt you before, which is why you keep it on the back burner. You don't really bring it to the front. I don't know if it's something you wanted to do, that you jumped at an opportunity and it didn't go the way you wanted. It didn't carry you financially. You felt like you had to do more than one thing. You never reached a certain level at something you wanted to do. It constantly left you feeling betrayed, or maybe you had a lot of jealousy in a certain field. So it's like you put that on the back burner, but you're holding on to something else. And you can't do the balancing act for but so long before you end up burnt out, stressed out, um, and unable to do anything because you're doing too much. Now you're burnt out to the point where you have nothing because you were trying to do too much. So, what I'm hearing for you is to make some time for play. Get out of this hanged man. Usually I see the hangman and I think, okay, sometimes it's serving a purpose, but here it's not. It's actually making you miss major opportunities, okay? Doors are opening at this time, and while you're sitting here trying to ignore everything because you're trying to see your life in a different way and ignore the conflicts that are going on in your heart, and ignoring this call to this pull to want to have fun and dance and get out there. As long as you're doing all that, you're missing these opportunities. They're saying it's time for you to get into alignment with them. Get into your money energy. It's time for you to step into alignment with money. This pile here, with getting Taurus on top of that, the house of gain, in the house of money and self-worth, it's very important that you pay attention to your money at this time, and don't allow yourself to get worried to the point where you start putting too much on, trying to juggle. But do be aware you do have the ability, I feel like, to do at least two different things. This pile here, there are two things you are supposed to be doing right now, and maybe one you're ignoring, put on the back burner, didn't really bring you the joy you thought it was going to bring you. Maybe it lost its fun. Maybe you ended up having conflicts in that in that realm of work. They're saying there are two that you can do, one in the front and one that you keep on the back burner, like your main thing and your hobby. But they are both life callings, and they both, when done simultaneously, will keep you balanced. So it's almost like if you are a dancer, you teach in the forefront, but in the background you are a performer, you know. um but you've been through some hardships already, and they want you to know that it's time to rise back up. You're in this hanged man because you're sitting in a state of woe is me, rather than like, woe is me. Let me try to see if I'm not looking at things from the right angle. When you're supposed to be using that hanged man moment to prepare yourself to jump into the opportunities, because now you can see them clearly. Okay, so message to you: focus on your coin at this time. Resolve conflicts that you have with people around you. In fact, I'm going to read that card from the book. But important, make time to have fun with the money you make. When you make your money, when you are expressing yourself creatively, make sure all of this is a good time. And do know that you don't have to give up one talent to focus on another. You can do two successfully, but what you cannot juggle, what will throw you out of balance, is when you're carrying two things and neither one of them are bringing you joy. They're both draining you, they're both pulling you down. Then, for some of you, this could also be someone in your life that is going to be loyal, that is always going to support you in what you do. And perhaps you're overlooking this person, you're overlooking them. This is for some of you, okay? Maybe you're in this state of perspective, and while you are trying to shift your perspective, you're missing an opportunity, okay? This right here, oops, feels like a major opportunity. Either someone's bringing that opportunity in towards you, or they are the opportunity that you need in order to get your energy flowing again. Um, there may be aspects of you juggling two relationships that you value. This could also be coming through for some of you. I got to read all the messages. Um, but there's one specific that you should be focused on, and this is someone who's always going to have your back financially, loyal to you, calm, peaceful energy, very intelligent, just has a little light about them. Um, but you have to let someone else go, something else go in order to have that opportunity. I do feel you struggle a lot with past situations that hurt you. I do feel like you've been betrayed many times. So it's very difficult for you to let go of something and trust in one thing to be your thing. But they're saying there's prosperity in something that you're kind of hesitant to do that may have hurt you in the past. It could be a relationship that's meant to bring you this opportunity that you're overlooking, or it could actually be an actual physical opportunity, and you're juggling the wrong things at this time. Okay, you need to let go of something um that causes you to have to pause and shift perspective or get your energy into alignment with it, because it throws you off a little. It's time for you to surround yourself by the things that bring this light out of you, that bring balance into your life. And right now, I feel like there's something missing. It's either a lover, you're missing this person, maybe you're overly focused on the coin and past betrayals, that you're keeping relationships at bay that could be committed ones, or well, shit, my other thought went out my head. So I guess that was the one. All right, let me read you, because I do feel like there's a need to have some fun. That you're very focused also on your work at this time, and not really wanting to. It's like in each of your pictures, you're not looking. The hair is covering the face. The hair is covering the face. The eyes are closed. It's like you don't want to see what's coming next. And what you're being asked to do is to open your eyes because you're overlooking something or someone. Okay? Let's see what speak out is. Maybe that'll help you figure out what you're overlooking, or what you need to speak on, or who you need to speak to. It says communicate and solve conflicts. I want to sing like the birds sing, not worrying about who hears or what they think. Rumi. Didn't I say something about singing? Anyway, this oracle comes to you with guidance and confirmation that you have a heart big enough to freely speak out what you keep inside you without feeling embarrassed or fearing that you might be ridiculed or scorned. The warm blushing glow that surrounds you beckons to a community of friends who welcome all you would like to share with them. Messages from Sufi wisdom come with immense blessings and love. Personal relationships rely on communication in so many ways. When you freely communicate with people in relationships, it reduces conflict. It builds trust and strengthens bonds. Stressful situations are usually caused by our lack of willingness to speak out when we have the opportunity. You may be fearful or concerned that people will have a negative reaction to you sharing ideas and insights. You may worry that others may ridicule or disapprove of you speaking freely. Dear one, you are saturated with a divine presence that is so rich that it wants to pour out of you in words that are freely spoken. By speaking out, you can solve many problems that are caused by a lack of confidence. By helping people know your ideas, you will be able to discover what other people want and need and adapt your ideas to match their needs. Be open to receive love from a Sufi sage like Rumi. And your mantra: I am committing myself to be brave enough to speak out my thoughts and feelings honestly with others. And that is what you need to do. That is your main advice at this time. Some of you may have a conflict with a Shah of coins, and perhaps that's who you need to communicate with. Perhaps you've been on pause with this person, trying to see things from another angle, trying to, and missing many opportunities where you could have already resolved things. All you had to do is speak out. Some of you feel very hurt by this person, and that's what's keeping the hesitancy. I'm also hearing some of you are meant to do work with a person that is going to be very loyal and very prosperous when it comes to words. So that could be spoken word, maybe your poetry duo. But maybe there's a little conflict going on that needs to be resolved, or you need to talk about how y'all are going to balance work and doing that. But there's something with uniting with somebody through words as well, that there's an opportunity that could be lost if you sit on it. Okay, that just needed to come out. Okay, I'm going to leave it that way. And your last message and roll. So you have Virgo coming through, and that's the sixth house. And this is interesting. The sixth house came out for Pal 1. So you may be here from Pal 1 as well. All right. So focus on your health at this time. Okay. And I feel for this Pal, not so much health, but I do feel what you do is meant to help heal others, help people to feel better about themselves. But I'm also feeling like this Pal here, you are meant to help others that are meant to be in service in the world. So you might find yourself working with children, or working with teens, or working with healers that are learning a certain craft from you that's going to help them to do their healing service in the world. This is a time for you to hone your skills. So I am hearing go back to school if you can, or take workshops that improve your self-worth, that improve your manifestation abilities, that improve your ability to rise up again from things that got you down. Okay? And your final message says, it's time to hit the reset button. Clear out the old so that room is available for the new to enter. Trust that better things are coming fast. Prepare to move to the next phase of your life. This is your rebirth. Welcome this beautiful brand new energy. You've got this. This is your rebirth from all of this nonsense. So you no longer have to hold your energy back. Be free. Express yourself. Speak what you need to speak. You're being angelically guided and covered at this time because things have been so serious. It's time for you to have fun. Use your creative abilities to make even communicating with others a fun, playful thing. And this is my message for you, my pal twos. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up, please. And if you're new here, remember to subscribe so that you can officially become a member of this light tribe. And leave a comment. That is the ultimate way to connect with my energy so that these readings become more and more accurate towards yours. And read the description, because that's how you'll find out how to book a personal reading with me. Join me on my other platforms where we be vibing in my private Facebook group. And most importantly, how you can join my virtual workshop, Hard Work. Okay, I'll send you so much light and love in your journey, pal twos. Peace, blessings, and all the good stuff that comes from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with pal 3. See ya. Pal 3, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to work of art, be the portrait of divine beauty. There's something about you just being you that is a part of your life purpose. How you work the light through your life. How you go through darkness and still show up light. It's almost like the work of art is you. How you have become who you are through all you've been through. and you're meant to be that portrait of divine beauty. I feel like this pal is a group who knows their beauty, knows they're gorgeous, knows they're handsome, knows they're sensual and sexy. And though you express it in spurts, I feel like you're afraid to sit in it. Maybe you spent a lot of time where you felt jealousy and resentment um, from others that caused you to dim your light or hide your beauty or hide the fact that you know you are a beautiful being. And now it's almost like it's time for you to shine your light, because in doing that, it inspires others who've been dimming to do the same thing. And I'll read that card last. You're also drawn to the titanium coated amethyst, and it lets me know that at this time you are being supercharged intuitively and receiving messages not only straight from source energy, but also from ascended masters and star ancestral realms. So you might be getting a lot of intuitive hits at this time that you're going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I didn't see that coming, but I did see that coming, but I didn't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? That vibe. So listen to your intuition at this time. You also have the planet Venus, which is the planet of love. So I feel like you may have a message that has to do with relationships that's going to come in. That has a lot to do with you knowing your worth, acknowledging your beauty, and not letting go of any of your power in order to be available for someone else. Um, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. But I do feel like there's something you need to know at this time when it comes to valuing your value in relationships and love. Way of faith. Let faith be your guide. Damn, they made me want to read both those cards. So with let faith be your guide. It's like you're also being told to trust when it comes to relationships that are coming into your life. Maybe there's a little distrust. Maybe you're constantly guarded, worried that someone's gonna come in and shake up your world, is what I'm hearing. Somebody's gonna come in and not see you as his divine beauty, or only see your divine beauty. That can also be something that comes in and messes up relationships. Um, you're meant to just trust at this time. It's like literally having source and all those higher up light beings coming through intuitively for you at this time. They're saying, sit back, relax, and let yourself flow. You know, I wanted to go into a rap. Don't sweat what you heard, but act like you know. But yeah, you need to sit back, relax, and trust you're being guided at this time. Okay. So let's see what else we have for my threes. Your reading feels like it's going to be straight to the point and very quick. So you have 9 of coins. Yay, what a great way to start. What does my pal threes need to know right now? 5 of swords. The lovers reverse. Did not say this was going to be a love reading. Ashikan in reverse. Malika of coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And 7 of Cups. So you have a choice you have to make when it comes to something or someone you truly feel like is your soulmate, that is the love of your life. It feels conflicting because it feels like on one end, this person, it's like when you are with this person, you feel prosperous, you feel content, you feel happy. They feel the same way. However, there's a conflict here with the 5 of Swords, and it feels like one that may repeat or constantly repeats, or you have conflicts that don't get resolved, is what I'm hearing. You have many conflicts just floating around that weren't resolved that you guys just hope will drown and you could forget about it. But it's actually these conflicts that are being overlooked that are going to keep resurfacing. And that can kind of take away from the beauty and the joy of this connection. So now it feels like you guys are at a space where there needs to be a choice. And it does feel like there's a limbo here, not knowing what to do. Maybe that's where they're telling you to just have faith, just let things flow. With Malika of Coins here, it lets me know that this person is kind of trying to move forward. And it feels like a mirror, like maybe you guys are mirroring each other. You both trying to focus on your coin at this time in order to not make a choice. It feels like the choices in front of you are overwhelming and you don't know what to do. So it does give me the energy that both parties in this situation are waiting for the other one to make a move because they just feel overwhelmed by what to do. It may be a lot more going on in your life and their life that you have to deal with. And so it makes you kind of frazzled. I also get a mistrust of choices you made in the past. So there's a lot of hesitancy with making this choice here. It's almost like, yeah, there's a waiting. It's like I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm happy with my life, but I'm missing my counterpart. And I'm waiting for them to make a choice, to decide if they're going to come towards me. So this feels like a lover's energy that's hanging in limbo. It could be so good, so sweet, and you're both very happy on your own as well. But there's still this feeling, this yearning to bring some kind of settlement here. So if this doesn't sound like your situation, because this sounds very specific, if you don't have, it feels like an ex or someone you're currently with, that there is like constant on and off conflicts. Like, and a lot of times the conflicts can stem from the past things that you did not fully address that were kind of swept under the rug. Intuitively, you'll know what they are. This could even be past stuff with someone else interfering in new relationships or a new relationship trying to come in. There's a lot of fear around a relationship, a lot of fear around committing, I'm feeling. And you are being kind of guided to focus on abundance. That at this time, they're saying, work on you and focus on your coin, is what I'm hearing. You at this time need to just have faith that everything is working itself out. Now, at the center is the lovers, and it does let me know with the reverse, this is something that is stressing you. This is on your mind. This is something that you're like constantly weighing back and forth. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? And when it's upright, you've made your choice. You already know this is the one for me. But now it's like you need to step into that role of being committed to that divine or soulmate. But when it's reversed, it's like there's some doubts, there's hesitancy, there's this feeling that this is the one, but there's like still some, I'm not sure, because there's so many conflicting energies around it. This could even be conflicting energies from people outside of the relationship, even. But the conflicting energy is there around this union. Maybe there are people who don't agree with it, people who don't like this person, people who, but yeah, I'm just letting you know it could also be coming from other people if you and this person aren't conflicting, having arguments or disagreements at this time. But with this Nine of Coins and Malika of Coins, it just lets me know that your work is what distracts you from this. And perhaps it's good to do that right now because it feels like this has been the energy for you, and maybe the other person's feeling this way too. Like, I don't know what to do. I have so much I have to do, so much on my plate. I don't know where to focus my energy at this time. And so there's an energy of waiting. There's an energy of waiting. But in this waiting, it's like you're enjoying fruits of your labor are going to start to show up. And maybe this is for both of you. And you want to enjoy it with someone else. What's the fun of having all this prosperity and comfort and there's nobody there to share it with? So there is a yearning for your counterpart. And it's going to get stronger as you get closer to the winter solstice. We always want to hibernate with somebody, you know? And I feel that this yearning is going to get stronger and stronger. And if you're already with someone, I feel like you've been like this with them. Some days they feel like my soulmate. Some days I'm not so sure. And then you focus on your work and getting your coin up. You don't want to focus on that, but that conflicting energy and thoughts are always lingering. And you're just like, I just got too much to focus on right now. I'm just not even going to worry about that. So, with the way of faith here, it's like let faith be your guide. This energy is one of having faith and trusting that you're going to be provided for, that what you need is going to come to you. And look, she's not stressed. She ain't worried. She just looks like she's anticipating because she already knows what she needs. It's coming. And I feel like that is the way of faith. Trust that what you need will show up and get out of this frazzled energy, because the Queen of Pentacles, the Malika of Coins, has made choices that have brought her wonderful, prosperous results. Therefore, she knows how to make a good decision. This situation here, I don't know why she's letting it frazzle her. There's so many conflicting energies. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. It feels like that's sitting in the murky waters that you can still see and you feel like needs to be addressed. Then address it. That's what I feel. If you really, really want to choose this lover that it feels like is in your vibration already, there are some conflicts that have to be addressed. Otherwise, you guys are going to both constantly feel like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And as the Malika of Coins, you damn well know what to do. You know what needs to be done for you to get peace of mind. All right. And not just focusing on your money coming in, because it's no fun when there's no one to share that with. It's focusing on these conflicts. That's what you need to focus on. How you can bring peace to the conflicts so that you guys could come out of this limbo and become one again. All right. I do feel like this is a union that's meant to bring prosperity. You and whoever this person is, you'll know who they are. But this prosperity is not going to come in as long as you both are in a state of high anxiety and worry and I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, and not addressing conflicts that are lying under the surface. All right. So, and with Venus here, this does feel like it is meant to be whoever this person is in question. It feels like they're your counterpart. So I do feel like this is a union that is meant to be in a way. I don't know if it's for the long haul. We have the committed Malika here who is very loyal and committed to who she puts her energy and puts value into. But with Venus showing up, this is about knowing you're worthy and feeling valued in a relationship. And maybe at this point right now, neither one of you are feeling very valued, or one of you isn't feeling valued, and that has to shift. But I am feeling like letting faith be your guide. It's almost like just trusting everything's going to work itself out. So if there is an aspect of you that is like, I don't really want to address anything at this time, you can stay in this energy and let faith be your guide. That if this person is meant to be, that nothing can get in the way of that. Source is going to lead them right back to you. But if they're not, then they go. And that's that. And that is the energy I feel you're being advised to be in right now. Instead of getting frazzled over what to do, what move to make, what should I say, what should I... If you feel like addressing the issue is not going to help, don't address it. Focus on your coin or whatever's bringing you joy and contentment and satisfaction, and keep your faith that if this is truly meant for you, that Venusian energy, the Venusian guides will bring this together. There'll be no way to stop it. And with Venus coming through at the forefront and weight of faith being another card of advice, it just confirms for me that by having faith, things are going to probably just fall into place in the way that they need to be. And I don't know if that means you end up with this person or you go your separate ways, but I do feel like by trusting at this time, the outcome is going to be the one that's best for you. So let's get you another role, and I can read you work of art. Matter of fact, let me read that first. Your message from work of art. So it says, be the portrait of divine beauty. Not being able to fall in love with his own beauty, God created a mirror to reflect his hidden grace. That mirror is the heart. Let the grace of the beloved emanate through you. Attar. When life becomes a daily repetition of mundane things, weariness seeps in. Physical and mental exhaustion take over and make us forget that our whole purpose in life is to have joy. We can break away from the hamster wheel by letting our hearts mirror the beauty that reflects new horizons and landscapes in life. Dear one, Attar appears here to guide you to release familiar routines, stagnant situations, and challenging relationships that no longer support you or empower you. How do you get a card about relationships and the dice and then the lovers? It's so synchronized. My guides are so on point. I love y'all. All right. He has brought you the happy news that searching and learning has created the grace for you to be who you truly are. The unseen spirit is guiding you to begin a new cycle in your life. Start doing things in a new way and trust that your life is guided. By following the excitement of your heart, you will automatically begin the process of recreating yourself as if you are crafting a work of art. So I am hearing end cycle repetition at this time. If you have constantly been one to force things to happen, don't do that. If you've always been one to just sit back and wait, do the opposite. At this time, it's time for you to just be you. You're coming into who you are. And this situation here is meant to empower you, for you to see how powerful you truly are and how much control you truly do have over a lot of the things that happen in your life. All right. I'm going to roll the die again and give you your final bit of advice. You have Neptune coming through. And Neptune is the planet of inspiration, of dreams, of learning the truth versus the illusion. What is really real? And what are you just conjuring in your mind? Questioning truths, you know, learning things through your dreams, the mystical. I feel like at this time, you're being inspired by your dreams. You're questioning things. It is the time right now to spend getting into you, falling in love with you. I feel like your advice at this time is to be inspired by yourself. Pay attention to your dreams, but I don't just mean the ones when you sleep. I mean the ones that you carry with you. What is your dream? And deeply meditate on that. With Neptune energy coming through, your meditations and visualizations are going to be very, very strong. You're going to feel very, very close. Neptune also is like an energy of oneness, just feeling one with the universe, with the all. And really feeling like taking inspired action. When you feel inspired, then you move. And I think that is the advice at this time. To hold your dreams, to hold your truths, and know what's real and what is not real. And in this situation. And when you feel inspired to take action, then do so. Don't do it because you're afraid of losing someone. Don't do it because you're lowering your light to let someone else shine. Don't do it for those reasons, for the illusions. Because the illusion is that you'll lose this person. The truth is that if they are meant to be with you and are for you, and vice versa, you'll never lose them. They'll always come back. And eventually you will be together. Right now, focus on you. You are a work of art. You are beautiful and handsome and worthy. You are an amazing individual. You inspire so many people to get Neptune, the planet of inspiration. You inspire so many people. Do not settle. Do not let go of your power in order to appease anyone else. Stay on your throne, open to receive, because there is a lot of prosperity headed your way before the winter solstice even hits. I see it beginning. I see a light coming on, and it just grows into something you're not even expecting, Pal 3. And this lover energy here, it could actually end up turning into a love for something you do. Maybe you unify with someone who's meant to be your lover through work you do on this planet rather than romantically. Or it could be both. At this time, you don't know. You have to let faith be your guide. And your final message is take some time to rest and rejuvenate. You need to pace yourself for the changes that are coming your way. Then I say things are about to grow to the point where you're going to be like, oh my God. They are all positive, bigger and better things are coming for you. Just relax and trust. Let faith be your guide. Again, being reminded that you just need to be still at this time, Pal 3. Be still. When it's time, you'll know because you'll get inspired to take action. Not feel forced, not feel backed up in a corner. Rejuvenate your energy, rest, focus on the things that bring you joy and happiness and the people who do that as well. Because there are some huge, positive, bigger, better things coming in for you. You just have to relax. And don't let yourself be distracted by this issue. I feel like if you feel inspired to address it, do so. But the advice I'm getting is to be still right now. Things are working themselves out for you. And if you need some assurance, I'm going to give you some assurance. I'm going to give you some reassurance. Because sometimes, it can feel like, oh, she's like, just sit back and chill. How do I know, if that's what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I going to miss an opportunity? This was not the deck I was reaching for, but maybe the message is here. Sit and be still. Finding the path. You are the driver and the navigator. So this does have to do with some movement. Finding the path. This is when y'all going to be like, you just said be still, and they talking about finding the path. But maybe finding the path means sit your ass down so that the path can find you. But let's see. All right. It says, doing as others told me I was blind, coming when others called me I was lost. Then I left everyone, including myself. Then I found everyone, including myself. Rumi. In the face of a challenging decision, this was a perfect card for you guys. You may feel paralyzed and not know what to do. It might be fear that keeps you from finding your way, or stress may block your ability to seek higher guidance. You may doubt your own ability and question the wisdom of your restless mind. Rumi comes with a message for you to guard against others trying to influence you. By staying centered in your heart, you can align with your deeper essence. So I guess you're being advised to just listen to your heart. Don't listen to my ass. But you can align with your deeper essence. Okay. This could be a magical moment to take a step toward creating the life that is right for you. The heart seeks solutions through love and opens the mystery of divine perception. You learn to trust a wisdom that is already yours. If you turn to your rational mind, you will be relying on a resource of limited vision. So maybe it's being rational to say, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait. But I'm not saying it in that way. I'm saying it in a way of trusting, of having the faith, of relaxing and trusting and letting faith be your guide as an action. I'm not saying do nothing. Okay. Doing something is trusting and letting faith be your guide in my mind. But anyway, let's continue. Dear one, your deeper instincts are often the right ones. You can rise above your doubts and uncertainty by learning to trust your heart. It is wise not to become too attached to the outcome. Make a choice and stand by it. Taking a risk is part of life and a part of the human condition. Accept the consequences and know you have ability to face them. The important thing is not to betray your commitment to your own growth and sense of well-being. So that's the main thing. Finding your path without giving up any of your dignity, any of your virtues, and finding a path you can commit to and accepting the consequences that come with them. So if you feel like making a move, you have to be open to what will come of that, what could be possible. and you cannot expect a specific outcome. And even if your move is to sit and wait for yourself to be guided or to be inspired to make a move rather than feeling like you have to or you're forced, that also could lead you to an outcome that you have to be prepared to accept. At this time, it's about you making a choice from your heart. Don't listen to me. Well, listen to me. I'm not really telling you what to do. It's your guides. It was my advice to say get into the energy of waiting. But I do also see them repeating that throughout your reading. So I do feel like that's their advice as well. But they're also saying follow your heart. All right. Don't betray your commitment to your own growth and sense of well being, meaning you know what's best for you at the end of the day. So follow your heart and don't let anybody that comes in your ear and says, what you doing? You shouldn't do that. Oh, that's terrible. Why are you making that choice? Don't listen to that right now. You're crafting your life. You're creating the life you want at this time. And that is what's coming in, the life you wanted. So you have to relax and you have to trust that this is the life you want coming in. And if it's not, then yeah, this card makes sense. It is time to find the path because shit's about to hit the fan and you need to be in alignment with what you want or you're going to repeat a cycle of misery. Okay, we don't want that. So, your mantra: I am honoring and affirming my life by making a serious commitment to be the best person I can be. I will trust my heart to guide me in making my decisions. Everything I just said to you guys. So, I feel like this was a perfect way to wrap up this session. I hope everything made sense and aligned with you. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel or this family, period, remember to subscribe so that you can really become a part and you can comment because comment is how we vibe. Those that comment probably come here and get major accurate readings because now your guides are like, oh, this is the channel to reach you through, and they come through me. Um, Also read the description, y'all. It's the only way you're gonna find out how you can link with me on my other platforms where I do a lot of free workshops. How you can book a personal reading, which would give you way deeper insight and healing along your path by intertwining with my energy on a more personal level. And it is how you can also find the information necessary to register for my workshop, my virtual workshop, Heart Work. And on that note, I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the amazing things that come from being a part of this family of light. Until next time, Pal 3. See ya.